for joining with us today. As you know, my wife and I, LaDawn, are the founders of the successandmoneyfoundation.org. We're a nonprofit educational foundation. We're a charity or an NGO. Our purpose is to teach kids, teens, young adults, and adults about success and money, because most likely you didn't learn it in school. I mean, did you ever have a class on success or money through school? It's so important that you learn how to do this. So self-education is very, very important. That's why we created the successandmoneyfoundation.org. We have three missions. Mission number one is to provide financial rewards for students when they attend online classes. Now, the piece to that is that we want to encourage you to start investing at a very young age. The one thing that every adult will say when I ask them if you could fix one thing with your finances, what would it be? They all agree that they should have started earlier. So when you receive a financial reward from us, we're going to ask you to put that into your investment account. Number two is we provide scholarships and donations to schools, churches, charities, groups, and teams, so you can do this together as a group. And then number three is that we help those in need. That is what the purpose is of the foundation and its mission. Now, so far, we have over 7,500 students from all over the world. Our students have been onto the website from over 80 different countries. And so far, we are close to hitting 100,000 hours of free classes. Now, we studied successful people. If you want to be financially independent or be better off financially, you need to study successful people. You need to learn how they did it. To be financially successful, there's only 5 things you need to do. Number one, you need to learn how to make more money. The way you do that is by adding more value and by solving bigger problems. My next door neighbor is a surgeon, a neurosurgeon, a back surgery surgeon. He's done 2 surgeries on me, and he makes more money than a regular doctor, who makes more money than a nurse, who makes more money than a receptionist. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a doctor. You have to be an entrepreneur. You have to figure out how to make more money, but he solves bigger problems, and as a result, he makes more money. So that's one of the things you have to do, is you have to do that. And as a business person, as an entrepreneur in your job, you can learn how to add more value. Now, if you will study successful people and do what they do and learn how they do it, you can do the same thing, because the strategies are the same. The only difference is they add zeros. They are doing much bigger deals, but the strategies, the systems are very simple. So step number one, you've got to learn how to make more money. The other thing that's interesting is that every person, your kids, your nieces, your nephews, you and your family are going to make, manage, and spend between $1 and $10 million in your lifetime. If you have a minimum wage job in America, you'll make well over $1 million, probably $2 million in your lifetime. That's the good news. The bad news is that the cost of living and expenses, you're probably going to spend all that and more. So we have to do the 5 steps. So step number one, we've got to teach you how to make more money. In your job, you're going to make some money. Your goal is to make more money at that job and to solve bigger problems and help that job and that company be more successful. As you solve bigger problems and move up the ladder, you'll make more money. Now, some of you may not get that raise. If you don't get that raise, somebody else will pay you to be able to solve those problems, or you can start your own side hustle. Now, step number 2 is you need to separate it. You need to sort it. You need to create systems for your money. How are you going to manage hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of rental income and investments and stocks and small businesses and stuff like that if you can't manage your own little household? So we've created systems to help you to be able to sort, separate, and systematize your money so that your money's making money for you. That's number 2. Number 3 is that we want to help you to give to other people. There's other people that need your help. Now, how do you do that? Well, we don't care who you give it to, churches, charities, or individuals, but you have to give some of it away. Now, number 4 is the most important thing. And if I never talk to you again or never saw you again, and you can only take one thing away from everything I'm telling you, it's step number 4, is to automatically invest. Every time you make money, you need to put some of that money away into an investment account. The reason for that is not so much to be able to buy and sell stock or day trade or anything like that, is that we need to put some of that money away and have that money outperform inflation. The reason you buy stocks and real estate and businesses and do all of that is because we need to make more money, and we need our money to make more money than inflation. Right now, if you make money and you just put it into your savings account or spend it, you're going in the hole. Inflation went up 8% over the last 12 months. Your job didn't go up 12%, 8%. You have to find a way to be able to keep up with that. So that's why number 4 is the most important part, which is to automatically invest. Now, we're going to teach you how to do that. And it's very, very simple. And we're not going to day trade with stocks. We're not going to even do mutual funds. We're just going to simply buy the S&P 500, the 500 biggest companies in America. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what we do. You're going to do the 500 biggest companies, and and I love Berkshire Hathaway stock. I love Warren Buffett because it's basically a big index because they own so many companies. We're not going to day trade. We're not going to do any of that stuff. All we're going to do is invest our money so that it keeps up and beats inflation, makes more money than inflation does. Now, number 5 is to save and to spend. And we have these fun little systems that you can do where you can manage your cash flow on one piece of paper. And we're going to give those to you for free. As I mentioned, we're a foundation. We're an organization, a charity. Our goal is to be able to help people from all over the world. Now, we have to add one more piece. We have to add the wealth formula. The wealth formula is very simple. You need to take money every time you make money and put it away. You need it working for you. And we do that on a weekly basis, a monthly basis. Every time you make money, we need to have some of that money automatically moved into your investment accounts. And we do that over time. This isn't a get-rich-quick thing. We want to build a strong foundation. We want to plant a money tree. Now, if you're going to plant a money tree, just like you're going to plant an apple tree, it's going to take time for it to grow. We want it to be strong. We want strong roots. We want it to have and be a beautiful tree that produces fruit. Well, that's the same thing with the money tree. It produces more money. Now, we're going to go a little bit more than that. We're going to have you create a whole orchard of trees. So you're going to put money away every month over time and have it go up in value. Your trees are going to grow. Now, for most of you, you're saying, well, that's kind of fun. I'm going to have one money tree. But if you look at the wealthy people, they don't have one money tree. They have many money trees. They have a whole bunch of money trees. They have multiple orchards. They've got orchards and orchards of money trees. Some of those trees are stock trees. Some of those money trees are businesses and entrepreneur trees and real estate. And they're very successful people have multiple orchards. Now, with that, we're going to teach you how to make more money. Now, you can do that at a job, and that's wonderful. But in addition to that, you need a side hustle. You need to find a way to be able to make more money as a side hustle. You can do that by flipping real estate. You can do that by selling stuff on eBay and Amazon. You can do that with an internet business on the side. There's all kinds of ways that you can make more money. Now, there's 2 reasons to have a small business. One is to make more money. Number 2 is to save on taxes because you're getting nailed by taxes. And the government wants you to start small businesses. The government wants you to invest in real estate because that helps to grow the economy, and they give you tax benefits for doing that. So that's what we do with the foundation. Now, our second piece is that we mission is that we give away donations and scholarships to groups, schools, churches, charities, groups, and teams, because we want you to do this together. Now, when we do that, you get to be competitive. For example, you can get a free membership at successmoneyfoundation.org /free. And when you do that, you can sign up and you can just be an individual. You can go through all the classes. You can earn financial rewards for yourself. But the key is not the financial rewards. It's learning. It's learning the systems and strategies from successful people. Now, once you do that, you can also be competitive and have fun with it. So we also have a 3-tier competitive system. So we have all different kinds of organizations and categories. So for example, if you're a high school, you could be an elementary school, you could be a church, you could be a group, just a group that wants to get together. You could be a company. Then let's use high schools, for example. If you want to sign up your whole high school, we'll say, well, let's sign up the high school. So that is the categories high school. Then the next category is, well, what's the name of your organization? Well, I'm at Timpview High School or Skyview High School or whatever the name of your high school is. Then inside that, the high school, all the grades get to compete with each other. The 10th grade is competing with the 11th grade or the 12th grade or the faculty. It doesn't matter who it is, you can do those three things. And so just imagine all the high schools around the world competing with each other to learn about success and money principles. Inside that, all the grades get to compete with each other, and all the individuals get to compete with each other, who compete with everybody around the world at the same time. That's why this is so fun and so exciting to be able to do. Now, the third one is we help those in need. We help those people that are in need. So for every hour that you go to class, the foundation is going to donate a pair of eyeglasses, or feed someone, or provide a gallon of clean water for someone. That's part of the foundation. Now, how do we do all of this? Well, the foundation was created 7 years ago with my wife and I. And we did it with real estate. We funded it. We put real estate in it. And so, 38 years ago, I started buying real estate. My dad taught me about real estate. He was a wonderful mentor. He is 4 days older than Warren Buffett. And it's almost like I had a mini Warren Buffett as my dad. Now, he didn't have the zeros that Warren Buffett does, but the strategies, the systems, the common sense, they shared. And so I had a wonderful mentor in both my mother and father. Then I've had wonderful mentors along the way, guys like Robert Allen, Mark Victor Hansen. Robert Allen wrote Nothing Down, Multiple Streams of Income, Creating Wealth. Mark Victor Hansen is the chicken soup for the soul guy. And they did the 1 Minute Millionaire. And so these wonderful people, as part of a legacy group, have donated these wonderful classes that we can give away to people. So just imagine schools learning from the best. We're studying Robert Kiyosaki, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Oprah, Steve Jobs. How did they do it? We want to learn how they did it. Then we have these wonderful courses that these very successful people have allowed us to be able to give away because it's part of a legacy program. We want to give you some of the most wonderful training materials, and it's all free. Now, why is it free? Because we want to help you. We're a foundation. How do we make money? We don't. We're giving back. That's what we're doing. So just imagine your school competing with other schools. Inside your school, the grades are competing with each other. And inside that, all the individuals get to compete with each other and have fun doing it. In your church, we'll have all the different congregations competing with each other around the world. But inside the congregation, you can say, well, I want the young men to compete against the young women and the adults versus the kids. And it's just for fun. It's competitive and it's fun. We have to be fun. It has to be competitive and it has to be fun. Educational, we're slipping through the side door. You won't even know that you're being educated because you're having so dang much fun. And then individuals get to top scoring, and those individuals from all over the world get to compete with each other on a daily, hourly basis. So you can see who's scored the most points, who's attended the most classes in the last hour, the last 24 hours, the last day, the last 7 days, whatever it is. So the mission number 3 is to provide for those in need. So we have around 7,500 students now that are approaching 100,000 hours. And so our goal is to help those people that need it. Now, how do we fix something? There's so much poverty. There's so many problems. There's so many people in the world that have been dealt bad cards. Many of you got a great hand. If you were playing cards, you were playing poker or something like that, you got some great cards. You got some aces and kings and tens and stuff like that. Many people around the world are getting 2s and 3s, and they didn't get a very good hand. Well, with poverty, we can't fix it globally. The only thing we can do is help individuals. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. So instead of taking all the money in the foundation and just giving it away to people, we're going to teach them how to change their world. And then we're going to encourage them to plant a money tree. And we're going to give them a little bit of money to plant that money tree. That's how we change it for that individual. You give them a fish, you feed them for a day. If you give them a fishing pole or sell them a fishing pole, and more importantly, teach them how to fish, you can feed him for a lifetime. You can even feed his kids for a lifetime. But if you teach him how to teach, you can change a generation. You can change his family tree. You can change him and his kids, his nieces, nephews, his grandkids. My friend Robert Allen says that good parents give their kids good memories. Bad parents give their kids bad memories. My mom and dad gave us kids great memories. And they've done some amazing things by example. My mom and dad in 1984 created an investment account for their then 12 grandchildren. I'm one of 10 kids. I'm number 7 if you want to know where I'm at. And I got married in 1984 to my beautiful wife, LaDawn. That same year, my mom and dad started small investment accounts, sub-accounts, for their then 12 grandkids. Now let's go to today. Both my mom and dad have passed away. When they left, they had 70 grand and great-grandchildren, all of which have a investment account. They planted a money tree for every one of these kids and these grandkids. When those kids get to be 21 years of age, then they've got to go start harvesting the fruit. They've got to take those apple seeds, those money seeds, and plant more seeds. They need to continue to grow out the orchard. And they've done that to help all of these kids and grandkids. They've done by example. Now, what does the foundation do? We supply Success Money classes for anyone, anywhere. That's why it's so important. We do that live. We do in classes. We do live classes on a weekly basis. We also do, we have all kinds of courses that you can go through at your leisure. That's how you learn, and that's how you become more successful, is by studying those other people of how they did it, and then do like they do. And they've got more zeros than you. It doesn't matter. The goal is to make it simple and to go out there and to make a huge difference. So how do you get started? Simply go to successmoneyfoundation.org, successmoneyfoundation.org. And if you want more information about the free membership, just do a /free. You can sign up. You can get a free membership. You go to these wonderful classes and we'll make a difference. Now, a lot of these classes have been donated. They're from wonderful people, wonderful educators, best-selling authors and educators that want to help on this legacy program. This is a vault of education and knowledge that can change your world. So simply do that. Now, the only way we can make this work is by people sharing the wealth. What is wealth? Is wealth money? Well, wealth is what's more important. If I can only give you one thing: money, knowledge, or experience. If you can only give somebody you love one of those 3 things, money, knowledge, or experience, what would you give them? Well, what do we give our kids? We just give them the money. Here's the money. Good luck. Go make it happen, and do your thing. What do? They spend it. They lose it. They invest it badly because we didn't teach them. Knowledge is extremely important. Giving them the right kind of knowledge. I'm amazed at how many people are going to 4 years of university and college and do not have a clue about money or success principles. So knowledge is important. The right knowledge is so important. Who are you listening to? Who are you listening to? If you want to be successful, listen to successful people. And then experience. This is probably the most important thing. And this is the thing that we really encourage, is pulling the trigger. Do something, even if it's just okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Make mistakes. If you are not failing, you're not trying hard enough. You need to get out in the marketplace. You need to fail, learn from it, and then learn how to do it the correct way, because the marketplace is changing every day. That's what we do. So we're going to ask you to share the wealth. Share the wealth of free Success and Money classes. That's how we change people's lives. And then we give them the knowledge, and then you put your arm around someone that you love and help them get that investment account open. Help them to start that small business. Help them to start looking at real estate. This is how you change people's lives. That's the purpose and the mission of the successmoneyfoundation.org. So this is Tom Painter. Feel free to follow us in social media. Success and Money, go to facebook.com/groups, Success and Money Foundation. You can find us there. You can find us on all the social medias and make a difference, make it happen. And the most important thing is, I really want you to think about how can you make a difference? Make it happen. And I want you to remember the most important thing is that every life is precious. Every life has equal value. Not every life has equal value in the marketplace, but as a spiritual soul, as a spirit, we are all equal. Some of us just got some better hands than other people. So let's figure out how to give you a better hand. Let's teach you how to play those cards better and get you some new cards. This is Tom Painter for the Success and Money Foundation.org.